Okay. All right. I'm Mr. Burrell. This is Miss Porter. I've had coffee. She hasn't. Here's our job. In 20 minutes, we are going to write a ballad of 3 stanzas of 4 lines each. And we're going to include these things, because this is your final, your semester exam. First of all, who's our audience, Miss Porter?
Oh, first graders.
Our audience is first graders, maybe third. First or third graders. Ooh. That means what? If we want, and what's our goal?
The language has to be simple.
It means the language has to be simple. And what's our goal? Well, actually, we'll back up a second. He's had coffee. What's our task? Should I tell you since it's my assignment?
Sure.
Our task is to write a ballad, a song. About, as you know, one thing that you really love and you think the first or third graders can love too. A thing you love. And what is your goal? To please your audience. How do we know that first graders are pleased, Miss Porter?
When they laugh.
When they laugh and go, yay! What else? It's a song when they
Sing.
When they sing along, yay! And what else? When they, it's a poem, it's got rhythm, it's a song. So when they
basically can remember your poem or be able to say the lines.
And because it's a song with a beat, also when they
I don't know.
move.
Oh.
Swing their heads back and forth and move around. And when they laugh and all those things.
So are you actually going to have some first graders?
Yeah, we're going to have 20 first graders here. We're going to give them milk and cookies.
Oh, that's nice.
And they're the audience.
Okay.
Okay? Now, so, what's the first thing we need to define? What's a ballad?
Right.
Okay. A ballad is a verse form used in songs. It has 4 lines. And the first line is da 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 da. And the second line is da 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 da. Well, da. And then this is silent. There's a little pause here. A rest, a pause. And then the third line is da 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 da. I will not eat. Okay, now each one of these beats da 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 da. Each one of these beats is called a stress. So you need 4 stresses in the first line. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3 stresses, notice, in the second line. 1, 2, 3. That's a verse form. Finally, it rhymes. So you've got to have this rhyme scheme. A, B, C, B. So lines 2 and 4, the short lines, have to rhyme. So, rhyme, A, B, C, B. 4 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, 3 feet. And here's the last thing. Line 4 has to be the same line at the end of every verse. That's called the refrain. Because you repeat, that's the same line at the end of every verse. Now, the last things that you have to have are a metaphor and assonance, and consonants. You will see what these things are when we start making our song. All right, Miss Porter. Can you see that camera person?
Yes.
Okay. What do I love that I want to make first graders love?
Your brain.
I love my brain. My brain.
Okay, so if you love your brain, I think that we should start with the refrain.
Well, I don't want to start with the refrain because I want line 4. Oh, okay, start with the refrain, write it first.
Right.
Got it. I
So
thought you
you know
meant
where
put
you're
it in
going.
line 1.
Right.
I'm with you. Okay. This is what I want my refrain to be.
Oh, okay.
Remember, it's got to be da 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 da.
Okay.
3 beats. My best friend is my brain.
My best friend. Ooh.
Uh-oh, does it not work?
My best friend is my brain.
My best friend is my brain.
My best friend is my brain. Okay. Green. I will not eat green eggs and ham. My best friend is my brain.
Okay. I love my
Friend. I love my friend, my brain.
my brain. Okay. This is for first graders, so it doesn't have to be Shakespeare. All right. I love my friend, my brain. Okay, now,
So that's our repetition.
that's our refrain. And so that's, okay. Now, we need 3 verses.
Right.
And I want each verse to be about a different reason that you love the thing you love. So you got to find 3 reasons that you love the thing you love.
Okay. It gets me out of trouble. It does.
And it's a first grader, and first graders really care about trouble.
Okay, why else do I love my brain? It makes people like me. Ooh, I like that one.
The imagination. Makes people like me?
Well, it does. Let's see, why else do I like my brain? Because it's squishy and icky and gray. Because it's attractive.
Call me crazy, but I want to play with this idea.
Okay.
My brain is connected to my eyes and ears and mouth. I don't know. We'll see. Okay.
All right.
Now, that's 10 minutes, right?
I don't know when it was from when you started, but it's been about 10 minutes.
Been about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, wow.
All right, so we've got to write 3 verses. Now, let's see. If a camera person, let's do this. Whoa.
That was a scene change.
Camera person, can you move over to this side now and see if we don't get reflection over there? Notice,
Erase.
teacher is, oh, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, what do we got?
Okay, so we should start with the most concrete for our first verse.
What do you think that is? This is concrete.
It is pretty concrete.
Okay.
All right. Brain.
Okay, and we need A, B, C, B. So this last word is going to be brain. So we need something that rhymes with brain for the second line.
Feign. Tain. Stain.
Gain.
Oh, gain. That's so much better than what I was coming up with.
Okay, so we got, well, actually we need a lot of these because we need the B, we need 3 B's.
Right.
So gain, okay, A, B, bane, cane, cane, C, D, Dane, E, F, feign,
Dane,
gain,
like a
Great Dane.
Great Dane. Maine.
Dane, D, 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 E, F, feign,
Feign.
G, gain, hain, lane,
Maine.
main,
Disdain.
pain, rain, stain, as you said,
Disdain.
vein.
Oh, I like
Sorry, I'm going through the alphabet.
Right, I know.
The
You can do the other vein too.
weather vane?
And the other vein too.
Oh, V-A-I-N, vein. Will first graders know that?
Plain.
Plane. Plane is very good. I see plane for, it takes me everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. All right, so,
Well, first graders might not know a couple of those, but it's also, don't forget that they learn things from context. Their
Okay.
entire vocabulary grows.
All right.
Okay, so we're starting with, it's connected to my ears. We need a metaphor. We could do a metaphor later on.
Well, my friend,
Yeah.
my brain is
Oh.
my friend. That's not a good metaphor, though.
All right. But we could continue that particular metaphor by talking about the friendship between
Okay.
the different parts, their
Okay.
connection.
Aha. Connected.
Oh. Well, you could, actually, yeah, that's cool. You could also talk about the,
Yeah.
and by the way, that would create your assonance, if you use that in the middle.
Use what in the middle of
Well,
where?
it's a rhyme too, but,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
All righty. So,
A.
da 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 da. Okay. We're just gonna go for the first verse.
Okay, got it.
You got something?
No,
Okay.
I'm just,
All right. Okay. I know, da da, a thing
I know
that's, these are first graders, in my head.
I know two things that are in my head.
I know two things inside my head.
Yes.
I know two things inside my head. Da, da, two things inside
Oh, no,
my
it makes, okay.
head.
Okay, I know two things.
And now we want to
inside
go
my head.
to, I know two things inside my head, and then we got, okay, so that's line 1, now 2, 3, 4. And this is going to end with
The ears,
the-
my mouth. The ears, my mouth.
two things inside my head.
Okay,
That
we're gonna
walk-
end, you're right, we gotta, okay. The,
That walk a, oh. What are the two things you were talking about?
This might not work. Could be beside my head.
Okay, I'm going to go back
Okay,
to
to
a thing because I was thinking of the brain.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
thing. I know
Okay,
a thing
thing
inside my head that walks down wandering lanes. Whoops. That walks down wandering
I think we have an extra.
lanes, but wandering.
Oh.
We can get rid of that. Shakespeare does it.
Okay.
Walks down wandering lanes.
That walks down wandering lanes. Okay.
Wandering lanes. It talks. It visits. It talks to both my eyes and ears. It's my best friend, my brain. It's my best friend, my brain. My brain. And that's okay if you have a couple. It doesn't have to be like a clock every single time.
Okay.
As long as it feels right and sounds right. Okay? I know a thing inside my head that walks down wandering lanes.
It talks to both my eyes and ears. It's my best friend, my brain.
Now, what the heck is assonance? No. Consonants, assonance, consonants.
Well, we have the assonance.
We have assonance.
Yeah, it's right there.
Walks and wandering. Assonance is vowel sounds
It's
repeated.
actually also an alliteration. And we have the assonance with talks. Walks and talks, actually a direct rhyme, an inside rhyme. Okay, wow, you're doing a very nice job of coming up with all these things.
And instead of both, I'm going to make it talks to all, because that gives us more assonance. Instead of both, because we, again, keep that ah. Ah, 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 ah.
We don't necessarily have...
I have a thing.
Ooh.
Okay, now, let's get a song, because we've got 2 minutes left.
Okay,
Do you want to do this, or do you want me to make a fool of myself?
I want you to make a fool of
Okay,
yourself.
all right. They're first graders. Remember the Jim Carrey movie? I have a thing inside my head that walks down wandering lanes. It talks to all my eyes and ears. It's my best friend, my brain.
Okay.
Da 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 da. 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3.
Got it.
Okay, so that's the melody that's going to go all the way through. Remember, every fourth line is going to be, it's my best friend, my brain. Now, how embarrassed am I right now? Very. But you know what? I'm going to be in costume. I'm going to have face makeup on. I'm going to be wearing a wig. And I'm going to have my friend with me because it's a group project. Now, okay, so there it is. Oh, that's assonance.
You have metaphor. The only thing we don't have is consonants, but we'll do that in
You
the
know
next
what?
stanza.
Forget consonants. You don't have to have
No,
consonants.
but we'll get to it in our next stanza.
The other thing I want is instead of consonants, I want alliteration. And this is alliteration right here.
How about doing alliteration and consonants?
I don't want
Choice.
to,
No.
well, then we would have to stay and teach it. So you got to have alliteration, the first consonant, the first non-vowel, in the stressed words of the lines, like walks and wandering. That's the only, best and brain, another alliteration. Okay, that's it. So you gotta have da 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 da. You gotta have 3 verses like that. Every verse has to end in the same line. And remember, I am gonna have video from Google or YouTube of eyes and ears and brains projected behind me as I come out in a uniform, maybe even dressed as a brain. Or maybe you can be the brain. And I pull you out and say, my best friend, my brain, and she's dressed as a brain somehow. But we're gonna make those first graders love us, all right? So, okay, that's the end. We wrote 1 verse and did a mini lesson beforehand. We wrote 1 verse in about 6 minutes. You can write 3 verses in about 18. All right? Brainstorm, get the rhythm down. Remember the rhyme, only the 2nd and 4th line. It's all there. You can watch it. Thank you. Bye-bye. Say bye. Bye-bye. Thank you, Liv. Okay.
In during the finals time?
No,
For your class?
they're going to be up here.
All of your students?
All my grade 9s.
Wow, very lucky. Oh, but you don't have that many, do you?
40. Okay, again, look at that. You see 4 I ams. Da da. That's an I am. Da da. Unstressed stress. I have. A thing. Those are all I ams. I-A-M-B. You got 4 of those, then 3, then 4, then 3. Here's your rhyme scheme. Each verse, you have 3 verses. Each one goes in rhyme A, B, C, B. So only the 2nd and 4th lines rhyme. Metaphor, assonance, and alliteration. Let me write alliteration down. Okay, that's what's got to be in your poem. All right, that's it. Make sure you remember your audience. It's little ones. Make sure you remember all that stuff. All right, bye-bye.